All right. So yeah, Tamara, I would like to, start the conversation by focusing on what you mentioned to Nikhil when you spoke with him first. That you had bought leads in the past because we are also providing like client acquisition, right? So
Right.
start with that first, and then just to give me a brief understanding about what you meant by that, so that I can keep a note of it.
Well, it's been like years, and when I say years, probably more than 10 years ago when we was
10 years.
buying leads, but they were being I guess everybody was ended up purchasing the same leads. And
That
I
was
guess it
from
wasn't me personally, it was our company that was purchasing the leads. And it would come in and I guess whoever picked up the call first is who got the lead.
Mhm.
And if you sometimes somebody else had already reached out to them.
So was it like from Zillow or Realtor.com, Lending Tree, stuff like that?
Maybe so.
So it was your company that they were working with, that they were
Yeah,
buying these leads out.
correct.
Okay. I mean, you were in this industry from, I think I saw your LinkedIn since 2012, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
Actually started part-time in '07.
Okay. I mean, it has
Yeah.
been a long time for you. What do you like about this industry the most?
I guess it's never the same. It keeps you on your toes.
It's always
Um, it's always something different. Even if you come across similarities, it's always something different. And I enjoy just seeing the end results of people actually who thought they couldn't get a home,
Mhm.
actually being able to get a home.
That's good. I mean, like there are a lot of people that I spoke with. They also say the same thing that it's a really good feeling when you go through the entire journey for so long, and then finally they get to the end goal that they were looking for, right?
Right.
Perfect. So the way I would like to structure this call, moving forward, is the first 10 minutes. I would really need your help to tell me because I don't know much about you, right? So, first of all, give me some clarity about what made you say yes to this, because at some point in the conversation, it made sense to you to have this call, right? So, can you tell me what the situation looks like right now? Of course, you want to add more loans to it. What are the challenges that you face or you feel like is a challenge right now, so that I can gain more clarity about where you're trying to go and what is the uh, hurdles you're facing right now?
I would like to expand my reach beyond my home state. We have a lot of product offerings, but some of the brokers are not we're limited to the brokers who are actually are licensed. So Mississippi has become heavily saturated with
Right.
loan officers that's offering different in-house products that Renaissance may not have. So I think if I expand my reach to surrounding states, like that would be more helpful for me to increase my visibility. And then I think the gentleman mentioned on the call about having exposure on social media.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's my deficit when it comes to the social media interaction and just doing the live. Um, I'm just not comfortable with that. I'm plus, so that's not um, my space yet. And
Okay.
I did see that it was going that way, probably within the last 10 years, that where social media was going to be you know, a major
Yeah.
platform. But I'm still not comfortable with that. And I think the guy was like, "That's something you all can help with is advertising on social media."
Exactly. Okay, so I mean, like when you say that, you know, you want to expand, because it's a very important thing. If you're looking to expand to these states, I'm guessing you are licensed in these states as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you get like home buyer leads from there, what type of loans you usually target, by the way?
I'm mostly government heavy, but I would love to get more into the conventional
Okay.
um and VA, but I'm mostly
Yeah.
with first time home buyers. Um they may have credit but no money, or they may have the will or the desire to own a home, but they have neither money nor credit.
Mm-hmm.
So I find those challenges to be kind of the fruits of my labor is more futuristic, is more planning, because I have to do a lot of coaching and having them ready for a few months down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to have some increase in clientele now while I work on those down the road, if that makes sense.
So you want to, correct me if I'm wrong. So this sounds like you want to fill your pipeline right now and work with them over a long period of time and then prepare them and close them moving forward. It's not something that you are looking right now, but just to fill your pipeline so that you are busy in the coming months.
And no, I mean, that's what my pipeline looks like now. So now I would like some right now clientele while I still be available to my long down the line clients, like to have some your leads to be something that I can close now, opposed to having to work with them down the line.
Okay.
Because typically my clientele when they come in, some of them I can close out because they're ready within 30 days, but majority of them are like 3 to 6 months out. So I want, if your leads can provide me clients that are financially and credit ready to be closed within the 30-day time frame.
Okay. So when you say like, the clients that you're dealing with right now, is it mostly from referrals? Because most people say that that's the biggest source of lead gen,
Yes.
realtor
Uh-huh.
referrals, right?
Um, no, actually I'm the opposite. It's mostly past clients and their family members that I'm working with.
Okay.
So I guess that'll be another thing I would like to get into, to have more realtor relationships. Um, I I guess years ago, somebody made a comment that kind of stuck with me, that they was a lender and they was like, they would love to be the source of the leads instead of relying on realtors to provide you the leads, because
Mm-hmm.
realtors are not loyal. They have
Yeah.
many lenders that they're working with. So I kind of set up when I came on full time about 4 years ago, I kind of set my marketing strategy to go directly to the people who are purchasing a home, family, friends, visiting churches, visiting apartment complexes. So that way I can be an extra resource to especially
Mhm.
new agents. I can send them a client that I know is ready to purchase.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think this will make sense for you then. Two things that I think will help you here. The way we do it is, just to give you a brief overview, is we find home buyers, right? Directly, that one, whatever you're looking for, right? You want to first connect with the home buyers, and then you want to be the source of, value to the realtor partnerships as well, or if you have any realtor partners that you are trying to build.
Correct.
So that's one thing. Plus, there is also going to be other people who already have realtor representation, and that way you can just take the application and get more volume of those type of people so that you can close loans every month moving forward, right? So this is
Okay.
exactly what you're looking for. But one thing I would say is, like, see, the industry that we both are working in, right? You are as a loan officer in this industry, and we work with loan officers to help you guys, right? What we cannot change is like the sales pipeline. I mean, the sales cycle, right? We cannot change someone who is like, let's say 20% of the home buying journey. They will go through the entire step, let's say 80% of the step with a realtor, and then they should refer to a loan officer, and then they close the remaining 20%. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So that is the usual, sales cycle in this industry. We cannot change that. So what we try to do is, tell me if how does it, align with your view? What do you feel like? So what we do is we find more volume of people who is like in 30% into the journey, or maybe like 50% into the journey. And a couple of them every month will be in the, 70% of the journey, 60% of the journey. So if a realtor referral lead is like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, what we provide is like more volume of exclusivity was a problem for you in the past, right? So this is not going to
Right.
be shared with anyone else, but this will not be as warm, too close directly right now as compared to realtor referrals that we usually see in the industry. So it's going to be more volume of 6 out of 10, so that you can have more conversations over a month time. Let's say 20, 25 people you speak with, you get applications, you pre-approve at least of them, or at least of them. And then from there, the chance of you getting a loan that month or in the next 45, 50 days, let's say, increases. That's what we're coming with.
Okay.
I cannot promise you that, you will get a loan in 30 days, because the industry doesn't give me
Work
that.
like that all the time. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So do you see, yourself at least looking at something like this as a point of value to your system and situation right now?
I do. So far, so good. It seems
Okay.
like it could, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry to interrupt there, by the way. So can you tell me, like, before I can show you what we have, I need some more point of context in terms of the goal that you are having right now, in terms of number of loans that you do right now, a monthly basis on average, and what is the number that you would like to add. Before you share that, I know that last 2 years, it was everyone I speak with say 2 years ago, I was doing a lot more in terms of number of loans, but right now it's way less. So they want to ideally get to a number in between, right? But what
Right.
exactly does that look like for you?
I would like to consistently close about 12 loans a month.
Okay, that's so
And
great.
right now, I'm probably averaging about anywhere from on some months,
Hmm.
maybe 10 to 12, but no more than that on my own.
Okay, so you want to almost like double it.
Yes, eventually.
Okay. Do you have a time period that you want to that you're looking at that within this time frame? I would like to hit that.
No, I'm really realistic, I think, when it comes to it. I just want it's not something that I'm thinking is gonna expecting to happen overnight.
Hmm.
So whether it's 6 months to a year,
Okay.
um, it's fine. I just want that opportunity to actually see 20 loans a month.
Okay. So 20 loans. All right. Just so that I can understand some numbers to compare as well from my side. When you say like you closing like loans a month right now, let's say eight low end, how many applications or pre-approvals that you have to go through to get loans? What is the number of applications that you are collecting from qualified?
Mm, I think when I looked at it uh, about a month or so ago, it was actually like 37 to 44, 45 apps to
Okay.
get those 8.
All right. So that's like, it's not 20%, right? Almost 20% conversion
Right.
from application. But that is also referrals, right? So we need, if you have to add eight more loans or even like 10 more loans with the process that we have, what we need to target is like, same number of, at least same number. So 40, 45 applications, which will take some time to get to, right? As you said, not something immediately possible. But I will be
Right.
sharing with you right now the process in brief, the backend stuff. It's gonna be the boring stuff, but you don't have to understand everything. It's what we do, right? If at any point you feel like this is not something I'm really confused, feel free to ask it. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Have you had like conversations like this in the past recently?
No.
I mean, did you look for like options like this from your end to fill the gap that you're facing right now in this situation?
No, I haven't. It was just a call out of the blue, in my opinion. I don't remember asking or requesting or even filling out any information about leads.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So let me just give you a brief overview of this, right? Tell me if it makes sense, right, at every step. So this is like the what we do is like Facebook ads, right? Facebook and Instagram ads on the top end. That's like the social media advertising my teammate was sharing with you about. So what that happens is like you said all these states that you mentioned. So we can just run ads on these three states from your own ad, which we will be managing. So that way the exclusivity you know, uh, is a check right off the gate. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is we can target all these areas like these states. And if you want like, okay, I don't want any leads from, I only want to target like three, let's say to start with, then we can just direct the entire attention of the campaign there. And that way, everyone we generate is going to be exactly the type, the area that you're looking for, number one. Secondly, once they raise their hands and say, yes, I agree, I relate with this ad. And the ad would look example like that's what works the best. So this is like a loan officer so he's doing DSCR loans. So this is like the example. That way people can connect more with you as a person, right? So there is
Mm-hmm.
no question of, what they're expecting. They always expect to talk to you. That's number one. Secondly, once they are like, yes, I'm interested, they click on the ad and then they are directed to this page. This is like a landing page. I hope you're aware of landing pages, right?
Right.
Yeah. So pretty simple, no rocket science, just basic questions that we ask them about where's the gross monthly income for taxes, credit score, and do they already have representation. Now, if someone says, no, I don't have representation, that's a bonus for you to share with your realtor partners if you have any. Now, at this stage, they can share their information to us, and that way we get a lead. But not everyone will be absolutely honest with sharing these information. People can lie as well. So don't worry
Right.
about that part. But this is more to make them jump through hoops before they speak with you. So that way we can check the intention level of them moving forward in the system. Makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Cool. So once they fill this information, that's when they are a lead in our mutual, like this CRM that I'll be sharing with you. You don't have to contact these people yet, but you can see them. Like now you own this lead, even if you don't want to work with us moving forward. This is your system, all right? So that's when they become one lead in the system. And from there, we send them like as a drip campaign in order to push them to book a schedule a calendar appointment and a phone call with you, right? And before that, so far, does it make sense?
It does.
What do you think about this so far, whatever I've shared with you?
I mean, it sounds good if it actually, works that way. Because the way I'm understanding is kind of like on the front end, y'all have what we would call a dialer who kind of screens the calls to make sure that it's appropriate and it's not just a filler call.
Exactly. And at this stage right now, if people directly books into your calendar as well, that's already a bonus for us, but still we will call them up to check whatever they shared is actually worth your time or not. Otherwise, you'll be speaking with people and wasting time, let's say on 20-minute calls. And at the end, you see like, this guy doesn't meet the standards that I'm looking for. Of course,
Right.
we cannot like check every single detail because we cannot do that. You are licensed to do that. But we will be, checking the intention from the communication that we're having on the call.
Okay.
Okay. So now in this system so far, there is two, like in terms of, you were asking about the investment as well on the phone call. You were very curious about that. So the investment is kind of going to be like two different parts. Two parts of the investment is like, one is what you invest in your own lead gen, right? This is your own leads. So you invest in your own pipeline for the Facebook ads. So the Facebook ads budget, you take care of that. And the second is our service delivery fee. Once you get a result in the, let's say like 30 to 45 days first, you see this is something that I want to move forward in the long term for the next 6 months until you hit the goal, right? Then we can, based on the results that we get for the first trial period, that's when we can sit down again and see, hey, you know what? This is what I want more of. Okay, let's increase the ad budget. And this is what I'll be quoting you for the next 3 months. And from there, we can strategize how to get to the goal of number of loans added on top of what you're doing right now. Make sense?
Okay.
For this client, right? They are investing a day on Facebook ads. That's what they are investing. And we have seen like 35 to 40 appointments on a monthly basis where 70% shows up. You speak with at least like, let's say 20 to 25 people qualified. And then from there, we have seen them get like applications, pre-approval ready applications month after month. So that's what we are going to be targeting. Or within the first 6 weeks, we are going to be guaranteeing you that if you really take all the calls, then you will get like applications. And if that happens, then we can have a talk how to strategize for the next month. Otherwise, you're good to go.
Okay.
What do you think?
It sounds good. I'm still interested.
So the system that I've showed you, do you think if we can implement this and you can add applications in the next 7 months, do you think it's good enough to increase the ad budget and scale it to a point where you can get the steady flow of loans month after month? Do you think this is the answer to get that, or can you?
It appears that way. If it, all comes to fruition and in line and works out that way, it does.
I mean, there might be something that, you might come up with, like in your mind, can you come up with something that feels like, what if this goes wrong?
Yeah, because what if, you invest all this in the Facebook ads and you're finding that you're spending more out than actually coming to fruition, if you speak. That you're spending more on marketing than you're actually getting the benefits for.
What would give you like the understanding about I mean, you're talking about the positive ROI, right? That I'm spending this much and what am I getting in return of it?
Mm-hmm.
What would be a good return of the investment for you in this situation? What would give you a proper understanding? Yes, this is working in the next 6 weeks. What do you need to see?
The increase in applications, because you can't necessarily say, and eventually the increase in closings, but the increase in applications will result in more closings eventually,
Exactly.
and that they're not just
Mhm.
um spam or fake inquiries, that they're actually legitimate people that are interested in home ownership, whether it's today, tomorrow, or in the future. I just don't want to be convoluted with a lot of names that are really not interested, or they may have been caught up in a robo dial, that they
Mhm.
never did make these inquiries, just things of that nature that I'm thinking about.
Okay. I'm glad you shared that. So, do you think like, it's when do you see that happens often? What specific scenarios has to be there for the lead that is generated to end up being like someone who is like, because at the end of the day, it's the same homeowner, right? It's the
Right.
same person coming through to you through a realtor referral or a past client referral or an ads or realtor.com Zillow. So what do you think makes the difference in the quality?
When I speak with the client, like say if I get the inquiry, I have the name and contact number. Once I reach out to them, they're like, "Oh, you're like the third or fourth or fifth company that's called me. I'm tired of these calls. Please remove me from the list." Those
Okay.
things that I've experienced in the past. Or how did you get my information in the first place? I'm already working with my local bank. I'm like, well, okay, your name came across, because sometimes when they do a mortgage inquiry, you
Mhm.
have, like you said, Zillow and realtor.com, they're paying for those leads. You're getting leads from them.
Mhm.
And the mortgage, once they do a mortgage inquiry with someone they actually want to work with, it triggers them to give us their information. And it's like misleading because they're already committed to, like I said, their local bank or another broker. And they're like, well, how did you get
Exactly.
my information?
I understand. I understand. Now, this is a very important point that you mentioned. So tell me if this gives you clarity, right? So the reason, as I said, right, from the exclusive, and by exclusive, I mean when they see the ads, right? There's two different situations. One is when they apply to realtor.com, right? And then realtor.com or Zillow, they take those information and share with multiple people. And then all those 20 other loan officers are calling the same lead. So that way the reputation of the lead becomes like they're on the higher pedestal, right? Does it make sense? So
Hmm.
the other people are like competing for the same person versus in this system, you are not going to them, they're coming to you. So by the time they actually speak with you, one thing can be assured is like they know, okay, Tamara is the person that I'm looking forward to. Today is they book the time in your calendar, so that's also not a question. And there's just you in the picture. There's no one else from this system. Apart from that,
Okay.
if they already have someone else on the phone call, we can confirm that as well so that you can be prepared accordingly.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yes.
Yep. So I mean that's pretty much it. So what do you want to do from here? Like what next steps do you see from here that's best for you?
So what's the how to get started? What's the next step to I guess begin, if that's what I was interested in.
Okay. Is this something that you see like you want to start with recently, very anytime soon?
Yes.
Okay. So what we have is we have a setup fee to set the system up. It's going to be one time. And you take care of the Facebook ads budget, which is going to be daily. So you have two things that we have to schedule right now is one is the onboarding call. Do you have time maybe tomorrow? Sorry, Monday for the onboarding call?
Yeah, it'll have to be one day next week. I'm gonna say um Monday is, let's see, this is the 14th. Monday's the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'm gonna say probably anytime after 2 Central will be better.
Monday after 2 Central, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me check. Can you do like after 2 Central, right? After that,
Right. Mm-hmm.
can you do like 4 p.m.?
Okay. Yeah.
That can be possible.
Monday at 4.
Yeah, so it is gonna be at least like 60 minutes long. Okay.
Okay.
We'll be taking the access of the ads manager. So there's gonna be a 30 minutes technical setup and then 30 minutes strategy session with my teammate who runs the ads. So there you can tell him in detail about, okay, this are the, like he'll ask you questions. You don't have to think about that. So he will ask you, just help him with strategizing. This is the onboarding call that we'll be scheduling after this call. I'll be sending you which is going to be covering the setup. And uh, on the onboarding call, we'll connect your card into your ad account so that we can directly, we can directly charge your card for the Facebook ads. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And after the first weeks to get the results from this campaign, 30 days. So after 6 weeks, we are gonna be our service fee, if you want to continue, is gonna be like from starting to it, whatever the number that we discuss after that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just give me a minute. Let me schedule it. And you see, I mean, I want you to give a feedback. Also, one more thing, it's very important, Tamara. I mean, when you start with this process, right, I really want your cooperation with this as well, because we actually onboarded 2 people, one from, I mean, recently, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll guide you the process, but make sure you are in touch, right?
Yes.
So, knowledge consultation, onboarding. By the way, like, have you ever had, been to?
No, I haven't, but I would love to visit.
Are you planning something like that to visit this part of the world?
It's on my bucket list, but nothing soon.
Okay. I mean, you should visit, right?
Yeah. So
So
what part would you recommend?
what type of landscape that you are fond of? Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Beach. I think you would love Philippines.
Okay.
Cebu Islands in the Philippines. It's a gorgeous place
Mhm.
for 16th September, Monday, Central Daylight Time. Okay. For
Okay.
That's gonna be the onboarding timing. And after this call, I'll send you an email. Okay.
Okay.
That email will have two links to it. And on top of it, there's going to be another link that there are some things that we need to take on the back end. Can you fill that up by
Okay.
end of day today?
Okay.
Cool.
I sure will. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. So we'll have to wait for Monday. We see you on the onboarding call. And yeah, and then pretty much set. We good to go from there.
Okay. I appreciate it, Subra.
Thanks for your time again, Tamara. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Have a good one. See you Monday. Thanks. Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.